It is always the God realized master who knows everything, who carries everyone unconditionally. He is the master, he is the supreme guru to one and all. Namaste. The next question. Guru is a tattva and one meets several gurus during one's lifetime for their blessings. This is not spiritual shopping pit coincidentally. A conflict and a dilemma arises as to follow whom, as all are worthy and noble, and their unconditional love for humanity is inexplicable. Does one follow only the one who has initiated, or others? Kindly help. There are several gurus we come across, no doubt. It is a fact. Right from the mother, who becomes our first guru in giving us the socialization, who shows the first smallest family in the world. As the things follow, we continue to come across several gurus. Guru is a person who removes the darkness on our path. These are a little higher sense. Now, how many types of gurus are there? We will see some of the gurus and what role they play. A person who creates an impending stimulation in the seeker to get initiated or to direct to a particular place in search of knowledge or knowing is also a guru. The person who points out the form of spiritual discipline, for example, the person who indicates which form of spiritual discipline or the which way of spiritual path would be suitable to you is also a guru. For example, after your 10 plus or after your schooling, somebody guides you. You take this particular course. You take aviation as a course. You take medicine as a course. You take science as a course. You take history as a course. At a later date, when you become a professor in that one or a postgraduate in that, or you become an expert, the person who indicated such a course to you or who has selected something and given to you also is a guru. The person who explains to you the process, the spiritual process and its benefits and brings an interest and makes you to take that path also is a guru. A person who reveals something to you, a process which is revealed to him, if you follow, you will get enlightenment, you will get the result, or you will get benefit. Such person also is a guru. The physical teacher who gives you lessons, who gives you instructions, who gives you the knowledge out of the knowledge he gained or she gained and makes you a disciplined person in that particular discipline also is a guru. And yet there is another person who is called Bodhaka or the illuminator, who lights up in your heart the light and shows everything you deserve, everything you need, everything you can handle, everything you can pass it on and make you or convert or make you transcend, make you a spiritually, mentally knowledgeable, knowing person is the guru. There are many other functional types of gurus one will come across, but ultimately one thing is real. It is always the God realized master who knows everything, who carries everyone unconditionally. He is the master. He is the supreme guru to one and all. Thank you. Divine Babaji, is it possible for me to get enlightenment in this life itself? What can I do to hasten, fasten the process? Please bless me and guide me. Very simple. To get enlightenment, what we need to do is nothing. All the problems we have here is because of our doing. We need to do nothing. The moment you start doing, you will be spending only the leftover karmas. And the leftover karmas which you are supposed to be exploited, bad or good, also will vanish if you create a whole lot of awareness around you. So we need to do nothing except the prarabdha karma that will affect us, will only be inactive. Other than that, nothing can attack us. Nothing will happen to us. So, the best way of getting enlightenment is stop doing. But this will not happen. Because the person who is asking the question or the person who are listening to the answer are not ready for this. Because behind them there is a very big bag they are carrying. Very big empty luggage they are carrying. One side they are carrying garbage. I am not talking about that garbage. They are carrying a very big empty bag because they feel they have not enjoyed any material. So they wanted to grab all those material in that bag. As a result, so long this activity goes on, enlightenment is not only difficult, it can become impossible also. So it is in your hand whether you want enlightenment or you want to be encircled in darkness. By accumulating, by keeping alive the requirement of materialistic life, the dream of acquiring more, the desire to earn more, desire to perform better than others and grab something, the darkness will never move and the enlightenment cannot come. The moment enlightenment enters us, all will look immaterial. The circles of darkness will not be there. But for that, we should be prepared. The moment the light comes, the darkness runs away and darkness cannot be created. It is a myth. So the myth is bigger than anything. The myth is we want to earn. It is a big darkness. We have created a big darkness, although it cannot be created. We think we want it. That aspiration of wanting it, that kind of thinking blinds us and darkness comes in front of us. The moment enlightenment happens, this vanishes. But for that, are we ready? If we are ready, the darkness will vanish in seconds. Thank you. The person also adds, I am keen to take steps for spiritual progress at a faster process. Please understand, the spiritual process, as I somewhere mentioned, it cannot be like fast food center, it cannot happen. It can happen instant or it has to happen slow. It cannot go fast. Only in horsepower, only where there is a regulation, regulator is fixed, there you can take the speed to 0 to 20, 20 to 30, 40, 50, 100. But in spiritual, it is not so. Either it has to be instant or it will be slow. So there is no question and there will be no question of fast track achievement in spiritual life. Thank you. The second question from the same person. I have a personal question. I want to know what further steps I can take to realize my material aspirations. Even after trying the remedies, I am still awaiting to see the results. I wish to seek guidance to achieve my aspirations. There have been lot of struggle in my personal life for a very long time. I seek solutions. Fantastic. If you want to travel in two vehicles at a time, it is very difficult. I cannot take two boats and make my water journey. At the same time, I cannot fly in two aeroplanes. At the same time, I cannot be available in India and I cannot be available in US also. It is impossible. We will have to make a balance, because until unless we quench the thirst of materialistic way of looking at our life, spiritual will not attract us. We will go and touch the compound, but we will not jump and go inside, because something will be pulling us and something will not push into the compound. It is not possible. With regard to seeking remedies, one has to understand the nitty-gritties of how the remedies work. The remedies do not bring any tangible result unless we repose unconditional trust on the remedies itself. These are all secret communication between the seeker, the person who becomes link between the remedy seeker and the God. Here one thing we will have to keenly observe. It is not the remedy which works. It is the respect given to the remedy, the respect given to the person who gives it, the respect given to the divinity which makes it to happen. The $99 remains $99, or the 99 rupees remains 99 rupees. It will not become 100 rupees unless we put that 1% or the $1 or 1 rupee. It becomes a round off only with 1 rupee. The 99% is our efforts, 1% the grace of the divinity. The grace of the divinity comes through the trust we repose, the conflict we do not create, the auspicious atmosphere we create when we seek the remedies. The person giver and the person taker should be in a good mood at the time of give and take. I can narrate it with one particular example. A person walked into my office asking for a remedy for his son who was supposed to get married. He was not getting marriage at all. This person came from Hosur. He came with his mother. This person was 42-year-old. When he came, he wanted a remedy for his marriage. When he came for remedy, he did not disclose everything before me. He just took the money with arrogance and gave to me. He said, please prepare a remedy for early marriage and give it to me. Then during the course he asked me, do you have any remedy where there is a friction between the boy side and the girl side? I wanted to cut down and the marriage should happen fast. I asked him, what is the problem? No, those problems I will not disclose to you. Do you have a remedy or not? I am ready to pay. I told, yes, I have. Then he said, please prepare that remedy and give it to me. Okay, after a few days, the set of remedy was prepared and given to him. When I called him to come and take the remedy, he came with his mother. During that time, he gave the photo of the girl and he said, I am going to get marriage of this girl. That is why I am taking this remedy. The girl was looking like his daughter. That girl was still to attain 18 years, whereas this person is already 43 years now. When he came to me, he was almost 42 plus adding. And when he came second time to take the remedy, within the few days, he has completed his 42nd year and he was in 43rd year. Then he told him, is it the girl? Have you seen the matching? He said, no. I have spoken to the father. All agreed. We want to marry this girl only. So there is a method of matching the horoscope. There is a method of matching I do through their photograph. What divinity wants to score on this particular match? He doesn't wanted anything. My duty is to give the remedy. I had to give. I was not happy when I gave the remedy because he has paid the money and he was demanding. I had to prepare and give it. I do not know in what mental state I prepared the remedy and gave to him also, because I was not connected with the remedy. I did not take any interest in the remedy. Even if I had taken the interest in the remedy, even though I prepared the remedy in a conducive atmosphere, but at the time of taking the remedy, the environment, the ambience created by the person was little disturbing. Maybe the divinity is seeing it. After 3 years, this person came, just 4 or 5 months back. Maybe in last September, October, he came here. When he came and I want second marriage to happen. He did not disclose anything about the first marriage at all. He disclosed about the second marriage. I wanted, will it happen? I asked, what has happened to your first marriage? He said, it has got broken. She did not stay with me. I told, what happened? No, that is a big story, sir. She did not want to live with me. She had another friendship with one person. So she left and gone. I told, did I not tell you all these things? He said, yes, sir. But if this correction was done at the time of taking the remedy, it is so important that at the time of taking the remedy, the giver and the taker should be in a good, positive mode. The giver and the taker should be in a very auspicious, happy mode. So, your case has been attended. Do not worry. You will get the positive things. Once a realization happens, then things will change positive. Your question will be answered. Your thirst will be quenched. And divinity will soon answer your prayers. All the very best to you.